Hello, thank you. The moment you've all been waiting for. Drumroll, please. Hello, my name is Daniel Aldana, and I am one of four contributors to our film, Greed, directed by my friend Jaden Jackson, and starring myself and my friends, Q Lee and Daniel Song. This is the movie opening we have been spending a large portion of our school year working on. This film is about the downward spiral of a woman who continuously loses in life, working for a secret society known as the Moors. While this society isn't directly brought up in our opening, it plays a key role in the later events of our movie, which won't be recorded, unfortunately. This downward spiral caused her to kidnap two teenage boys who had no connection to the underground, but Q's thirst for blood led her to the two. It's a haunting story, full of emotionally driven characters and memorably skin crawling themes, and our opening sets up these future events in a very powerful way. Now let's get right into it. Yay, thank you. Now, let's see. Our movie can be considered a project in the thriller drama genre, as it has many thrilling emotions, but the drama is what really fuels our film. There are several key tropes and cliches to this genre, such as creepy camera work, a chilling atmosphere in the darkness, and haunting music, all in which we take very full advantage of. The last one is especially apparent as our choice of filming entirely at night gives our openings a very chilling atmosphere in the darkness, and the music and camera work only add to this dread. We also challenge the stereotype of what a kidnapper quote unquote is, and instead go for an approach that just isn't typically seen in film or TV. The typical stereotype of a kidnapper is usually an unattractive middle aged man who preys on younger girls, which makes sense as these are the norm in real life. However, we went for the opposite direction, making the kidnapper a young teenage girl who can easily be confused as the victim. Yet we subverted expectations in a way that makes sense in a certain situation. This feels natural and is a strong way to challenging stereotypes, as usually it's looked down upon when men are considered the victims. In this case, the victims, Daniel A and Daniel S, named after their actors, are taken down by a powerful girl, something that almost never happened in this genre. We took the ideas of the thriller drama and we applied some of the cliches, but we chose to take our own spin for this movie. That being said, this is a movie that, if given proper commitment and budget, could really be a hit in the real world, as thriller is one of the most popular genres out there. Kidnapping movies have also proven to be very successful as well, with movie franchises such as Taken being very well known. A unique spin to it would definitely be a unique feature, as Q will be built up as a character many may hate, but many may also sympathize for. Her character and the arch that she will face are the heart of the movie, and the opening gives the audience a hint of how deep she goes. The earnest friendship between the two Daniels is also something that will grab the viewer's attention, as seeing these two split can be very unfortunate. We get a brief glimpse of them together before, but the later parts of the movie would definitely expand on it, so viewers will grow attached to the two as well. There's also the process of getting the movie out to an audience, which we would achieve in a unique way. Rather than the traditional theater distribution, we will be going entirely independent, posting part of our movie on social media sites like Facebook, Instagram, YouTube, etc. This will be a great way to not only advertise, but also build a following for our movie, and eventually we branch out to bigger playing fields. It's a movie that starts small and works its way up, and that following is what can make this independently distributed movie a cultural event. Now, the process of developing and all the behind the scenes actions we did were a big part for how this movie turned out the way it was. And my abilities as a filmmaker have changed as well. The insight I gained from the hours of work we put in definitely gives me a new perspective in the real world of filming, as I've learned a lot about directing, recording, acting, and editing. The biggest surprise to me was probably the need for multiple takes, as it really takes a while to get a shot that flows perfectly. In my head, I always thought it was simultaneous, and a perfect shot could happen right away, but that wasn't the case for us. whether it be the script, an awkward movie one the actors made, or any other inconvenience. There are many times we paused to reconvene and do a better shot. I'll admit it was tedious and definitely the most annoying part of the project, but it's a necessary inconvenience for us to make something of quality, so it was worth it in the end. There are also several aspects of actual filmmaking that I really got a feel for in this project, such as music downloads. We used many of the free soundtracks that our teacher, Mrs. Wozniak, provided, and they definitely aided in creating this. Importing the video from a camera, where Jaden and Q had to use different methods, as Jaden used his actual camera, and Q, or technically her friend Lillian, who recorded for us, was recording on an iPhone. We used importing from a USB charger to the computer, as well as the AirDrop feature that Apple provides to get the videos onto the computer. Adding titles, as Q told us her process in implementing the movie's title sequence, as well as applying features such as the font and the duration of the title. And finally, acting, as Daniel and I both had to use our improvisation skills a lot, and we really needed to communicate with each other to make it feel natural. We had to make it sound convincing, but not over the top, and make it feel just right. But as we continue, the final thing is the editing process, which was done on iMovie. Much as the technological processes we did were on Q's MacBook. Jaden sent her the clips from the camera, and Q, as previously mentioned, used AirDrop to send the videos from the iPhone to the computer, allowing all the clips to be in one place. She worked very hard to make the movie coherent, with the various camera angles as well as the separated voice lines we recorded, and the software she used was very helpful in this regard. The audio Mrs. Wozniak provided also was very beneficial as it gave us plenty of music and sound effects as from her many sources. The last major software I want to highlight is Blogger, the free blogging software that was provided by Mrs. Wozniak for us to record our process throughout the year. It's given me a really good opportunity to keep track of how this project has changed over time and how this project has really evolved. And it's something I'm definitely grateful for. The project has been quite an experience. There are many ups and downs, moments where we were completely smooth sailing, and others where we were crashing and burning. But all four of us stuck out to the very end. I want to thank all three of my group mates for their individual work they all provided. Q, I thank you for your skills as a leader, editor, and actor in making this movie really work. Daniel, I thank you for your hard work in providing us all help and really bringing a certain heart to this movie. And Jaden, I thank you for your leadership in directing this project, as well as your countless contributions to making it a success. And finally, I want to thank Mrs. Wozniak for all the support she's given us as a class and how she provided plenty of advice and help. We probably wouldn't have been able to do this on our own. My name is Daniel Aldana, and I thank you for going on this journey with me. Until next time, thanks. Goodbye.